a great pleasure for Turkana Chamber of Commerce to host this session where we have invited you so that we discuss matters related to business.
And that we are able to understand and to have a deep conversation about the partnership that is proposed between the county government and the Turkana County Chamber.
We agreed to come to Turkana County, to Lodwar, to see how we can further collaborate and also unpack an MOU that we signed with the Council of Governors earlier this year in June.
This is a new turning point in terms of fighting poverty and creating wealth through a very vibrant private sector that engages with its government to be able to drive that particular agenda that enables businesses to thrive, create an enabling environment, and be able to take audit of these issues on a day-to-day basis.
For us really is to see how do we support SMEs, how do we support micros, how do we then enhance and capacity build them. We are working very closely with development partners. We are working very closely with the national government. We want to see that collaboration cement with the county of governors. And we want to see how does Turkana County benefit from those discussions moving forward in terms of supporting businesses, in terms of unlocking the various barriers that are there. We want to see those countries trading together.
Through the MOU, it's equal to ensuring inclusion for refugees and for refugees entrepreneurs.
So looking to support local refugee and host community entrepreneurs to build and scale their micro and small businesses through both financial support as well as technical capacity and technical assistance support.
Through one, sensitization, trainings and education, and making them compliant to modern global dynamics.
We are working very hard to make sure there is stability. We want to make sure we integrate and reduce conflicts, and particularly in DRC, by making sure there is trade between these countries. The other day, we traveled with His Excellency the President. We had a meeting with the ICC as the chamber, and of course through the World Chamber Federation, and they have accepted to support Kenya so that we can support SMEs through enterprise hubs, and we can work very closely through the MOU that we have signed with the Council of Governors so that we support you in making sure that the enterprise hub is functional, and not only that, but to open markets, to open opportunities within these regions so that our SMEs and members can be able to benefit.
The chamber can actually try also to raise resources that will enable it to implement some of those deliverables that were set by those governments, Kenya, Uganda, and of course, it brings in West Pokot, Turkana, Karamoja.
We also have a project in Turkana, which is part of the FCDC counties, and this project is basically to scope and for this livestock to help us better, Chamber creates market opportunities. So Turkana is blessed, and the task at hand is to take advantage of these opportunities, because we advocate the government for better policies on economic empowerment.
We want to embrace blue economy. Because of Lake Turkana, what is it that we can tap within that lake? And through the partnership with Pacific, with other countries within the Pacific region, we want to participate and partner with them so that they can support us, and including Tunisia, including Madagascar, in terms of tourism.
We have a very good partnership right now with Moroto in Uganda on business. The chamber has begun reaching out, except they are constrained with COVID, reaching out to the chamber on the other side. Similar initiatives are also being done with Ethiopia, with South Sudan. We now have an MOU signed late last year between Kenya and Uganda to improve the cross-border peace building and development and businesses between Uganda and Kenya. We hope that the program for that are going to be rolled out, but the businesses have begun trading. We also asked the Kenya Revenue Authority to set up base at the border so that issues in regard to movement of traders in the two countries is eased. We continue with our peace building efforts across these borders to continue improving and creating that conducive atmosphere for people to be able to move freely without being attacked or their goods being stolen.
We have, as a government, constructed a meteorology laboratory for weights and measures, equipping it with calibration standards and equipment. With support from Anti-Counterfeit Authority and Kenya Bureau of Standards, we have sensitized 300 traders on fair trade practices, including 3 awareness campaigns on counterfeit. And as a county, we have prioritized industrial development and investment in meat, fish, hides and skins in Lomidat, in line with manufacturing pillar of Agenda 4 of the President. We assure you of our commitment as Minister of Trade representing the county government of Turkana. We look forward to, getting linkages and markets outside Turkana County and across borders, across to Uganda, across to South Ethiopia, and across to South Sudan.
As enshrined in the governor's 5-point agenda, it is possible that we can move away from relief food aid to development and managing our own developmental affairs. So it calls for deliberate effort to invest in strategic public-private partnerships, especially in value addition of high-value crops and livestock, especially in commercialization of the agriculture. At the department level, we are thinking of specializing in certain crops, especially sorghum, groundnuts, mango. Therefore, we need to attract the private sector to invest in agriculture, especially youth in agribusiness. We are committed as a government to bring on board the private entities, the private sector, and we are already talking terms with some investors, individual investors who are willing to come and get reasonable land in the county and do crop production. As a government and as a ministry, we are committed to partner with the Kenya National Chamber of Commerce to ensure that we are transforming this county.
Moving forward, Your Excellency, we are looking at how we can continue to promote strategic collaboration with the national and county governments, support continuous partnership dialogue with county government to promote business reforms and policies to support business environment and support business development and job creation among SMEs, youth, and women.
We have agreed with the Kenya Chamber of Commerce, whom we have an MOU with through the Council of Governors, a collective MOU that is also covering Turkana County, to collaboratively work together in all the business structures, governance structures that are going to be established and the ones that are existing, to grow the business, to see to it that the business community is supported with skills, is supported with capacity, is facilitated with financing, easy credits they can be able to take, and many other areas of ensuring that the businesses here grow, commerce grows, our mega export of almost 11% of commodities is increased. We have a fund which we are rolling out 130 million shillings to benefit various businesses owned by the youth and women. We've got another fund also that very soon also will be rolling out. We call it Biashara Fund, which has almost accumulated about 350 million shillings as part of support to businesses. We are also working very closely with our partners, development partners, to allocate resources towards effort of business recovery. And we are also working closely with the chamber so that the opportunities for credit and other support to businesses also reaches the businesses that are within Turkana.